In here, we have a well-known compound known as aspirin, and it can be made when we have these two reactants involved in a reaction. The first reactant here is called salicylic acid, and while the other one here is acetic anhydride. And so, in this case, when we are asked to find the amount of moles that is needed from salicylic acid to make a specific amount of aspirin, which is in this case 5 grains, we need to know how much is the grains with respect to the mass. And so in this case, it states here that for 1 gram it is equal to around 15.5 what grains. And so once we have these equivalencies, we need to determine first step the actual grams when we have these grains given. And to do this, we know that 1 gram divided by 15.5 grains of aspirin is equal to what? The number which we don't know the mass is when we have what? The 5 of them. So that means we're going to multiply our 655 grains, and this here will give us what? 30 grains. And so when you do your cross multiplication and all that cool stuff, that means here that we are going to divide our 30 by our 15.5. That gives us approximately roughly 2 grams of aspirin. And so once we are able to determine the mass of aspirin, the next step is to move to the number of moles by dividing our mass of the aspirin here by the molecular weight, 180 gram per mole. Therefore, our 2 grams is divided by 180 grams per mole, which gives us what in moles? 0.01 moles of what? Aspirin. Now take note here that we still need to find the number of moles of salicylic acid. Therefore, we need to look at the mole to mole ratio in the equation. We need to balance the equation first. Mole to mole ratio is 1 to 1. That means this number here will be what? Multiplied by the 1 mole of salicylic acid divided by the 1 mole of our aspirin. Therefore, cancelling those out, we are able to find the number of moles of our salicylic acid to be equal to 0.01 mole of our reactant that is needed for we to generate 5 grains of aspirin. See you on the next one.